So, the Green Lawn Cemetery night tour. It was extraordinary. It was hot. It was buggy.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
A lot of interesting things.
First impressions of Bucky.
First impressions?
Bucky was our tour guide.
I found him very interesting.
He is a colorful character.
Yes.
The perfect person to lead those kinds of tours for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He
did a great job.
So knowledgeable about all of that. I guess he's been leading these for about 10 years, I think he said. But the cemetery itself is the second largest in Ohio. I believe he said there's over 155,000 residents.
Yes.
So it was large, and thank goodness he was there. You would absolutely get lost if you tried to do that on your own. So he took us all around, starting when it was still light outside. And do you want to?
We went to some notable points. Most of them at the start of the tour were more historic. That's not a word, is it? Historic?
It is now.
Yeah, there you go. Interesting trivia type points of interest in Columbus. And when the sun went down, it started getting a little more dark. And I don't mean the light outside.
The stories got spicier.
Yes, okay, that works, yeah.
So yeah, he had a story for everything, which was amazing. He was a really fabulous storyteller. And as we went around, of course, being us, yeah, there's bugs in my ear. We took photos just out into the nothing to see what we could find. We did some voice recordings. We did some FLIR work.
Yes.
You have some natives coming by, smile and nod and say, we're absolutely normal, don't worry about us. So we did find a couple interesting things in the photos. There were two photos that were the same spot, and I guess Dustin realized when he took it that it wasn't in the night mode, so he retook it, and like the first one had a strange light in it, that in the second one there was really no reason for that light to be there, and that was interesting. And then there was another photo where I believe there had to have been like a statue back there, I'm guessing, but the eyes were full glow, which
was really weird.
I don't know. I don't remember them being glass or anything right there. I don't know why that was either. And then there was another photo we took where most of them were kind of all the same. You know, you're shooting in the dark. One of them though had kind of a mist all over the entire photo, and it was the only one that I took that was like that.
There was another instance where we didn't get this on film because we weren't actually looking that direction, but Michelle swears she saw something moving. We were faced on a path towards Bucky giving a little presentation, but Michelle was looking behind us up a hill, and then she came and looked and said, "Did you just see what I saw?"
Yeah, I did take pictures behind me and then didn't see anything. And you know, granted, I was probably psyching myself out because it was pitch black and we're in the middle of a giant cemetery.
And there is lots of wildlife, you know, in the cemetery.
This wasn't a wolf or
I have to change
squirrel.
hands because my hand's
Feel
about to fall
free.
asleep. Oh, my hand's cramped up. See, look at that. Just kidding. I am.
Okay. So, the critter I saw was not one I recognized, and he mentioned that there were wolves and things around, but we've seen those. I'm just gonna. Maybe it was my imagination. Well, who knows? Stranger things have happened.
I didn't see it, but I've never known her to be.
I used the little FLIR too over there, obviously afterwards, because I was doubting myself. Didn't see anything on the FLIR, just the regular. Though the FLIR was weird because there was some really like hot trees, and then the other trees weren't hot. It was just It was strange.
Yeah,
It was a strange place.
on the FLIR, we had a couple of the larger stones that were registering very hot, but that could have been.
But different than the ones around them.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
who knows? I don't know what they're made of. I am not an architect.
I
But
don't think architects make stones.
I'm not a stonemason.
I don't know what they are. Grave marker maker person.
But we enjoyed all the stories. We actually were lucky enough to go out for some beers with Bucky afterwards.
Yes.
Thank you, Bucky. And we sat for a couple hours, and he is a very colorful human, and he had some fun stories, and it was really, really nice to get to know him. I don't know if all people in Ohio are like him, but he's from West Virginia, so those are good people apparently. It was a good time all around. Favorite part?
Not including the beers afterwards.
Correct.
That was definitely my favorite part. Wow, that's a good one. I like the story of the guy who was the very end note.
Yeah, the cool thing is though that I believe it's the only statue in the cemetery that's smiling.
Yeah, he is smiling. Kind of
Yeah.
smirky smile.
So all the other ones are kind of solemn, and he's smiling.
This guy was known as a little kind of an impish trickster, but he really liked giving back to the kids, orphans of Columbus, and would buy them clothes and have parties for them, and built out kind of an amusement park on his property. There's a huge story behind that. I don't want to get into that, but
I'm sure that had nothing to do with his death.
no, it had nothing to do with his death. He was just a good guy.
I'm not sure.
They actually think he's haunting a building downtown because he and the city had an issue after his death.
There's
So
more locals.
the whole had a seance to get an answer from him after he died, and they didn't like the answer.
So Green Lawn Cemetery night tour, highly recommend. Amazing. And Bucky also does a lot of other tours as well, and I would do any and all of them.
Yes.
So
Very knowledgeable. He's currently writing a book, I believe.
yeah.
So when that comes out, we'll be getting it.
So that was our first cemetery. There were others, and we'll tell you about those later.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Day 2 of the Ohio adventure.
And it has been an adventure.
What is with Ohio and the humidity?
It's quite humid here.
Oh gosh. But today we're tackling the Columbus Zoo Aquarium. We've been told it's large and to have our walking shoes on.
Yes.
But honestly, it couldn't be more taxing than that cemetery last night. We walked through some minefields.
Yes.
But we're looking forward to it. It's still early, and we've already sweated a gallon.
Yes.
But besides that, Ohio's lovely.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Columbus was great. So
It's beautiful. It's just wet and buggy. So we will keep you posted.
absolutely. Now we're gonna get our animal on.
Yes,
So,
more adventures at the zoo. See you later.
bye. We are taking a pause here in the shade. Sweating. Our fingers are swollen.
Yeah, but
For
I
some
did
heat.
find a way to cool off. Woo, water bottle right there.
Yeah,
Ice cold. Feels good.
Aluminum Aquafina.
I don't even know. It feels good.
Yeah, aluminum water bottles, and we're just.
We haven't seen too much yet. We're kind of just, I don't know if it's our brains are swollen from the humidity. We're just meandering.
We are just meandering.
We are on our way to a baby gorilla, I think.
That I believe we are. Yes.
So that should be fun. It's been a long day, and it hasn't been that long a day yet, but
I know.
takes a lot out of you.
It really does. It
But,
really does.
We're also getting older. So
Well, thanks.
there you go. Hello, we wanted to share a little bit about what our favorite things we saw at the Columbus Zoo were.
It was a big zoo.
It was huge. We were there for at least 4 hours, and we didn't see the whole thing.
No, yeah.
People kept saying, oh, good luck with that. We're like, please, we've been to San Diego Zoo. It was big. It's really big.
Well, it didn't help that it was 80 something degrees outside.
Oh yeah.
And
Humidity was like 100%.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works, but there were so many baby animals. It was the best ever.
yes,
Baby gorilla, less than a year old. Baby
elephant is 4 months old.
3-month-old
3
baby
month old
elephant.
baby elephant.
Cutest thing I've ever seen.
And
Sorry,
the most
kids.
gorillas at any zoo I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, they had 3 different families, I think. 2 or 3 different family groups with 9 or more in each
The first
family
one had 11.
group. Yeah, it was huge. A lot of gorillas. It was impressive. And then cherry on the cake. Not that the baby elephant wasn't phenomenal. Baby manatees.
And a lot of manatees.
Excuse me while I kill mosquitoes. I'd never seen manatees in real life, and that was a big treat because those are one of my very favorite animals. So I guess they find baby manatees that have been orphaned, and they bring them here, and they have like a mama surrogate there who can't be rehabilitated because she's lost parts of her fluke. Oh, not fins. Her fluke, so she can't be released. So she like adopts the babies and helps them, and then when they get old enough, they are able to release them again. So that was very cool.
It was a great day.
Anything else? It was a long day, a really long day.
Oh, I know. There was a wonderful buffalo chicken pita that we had for lunch.
It was really good.
It was really good.
And the coldest water refills you could ever have in your life.
Oh,
We had the little Aquafina bottles or whatever they were are aluminum, and you fill them up with the water from the soda machines, and the water is ice cold, so that aluminum can is ice cold, and it feels so good. But I guess that's it for our highlights. Of course, we saw a lot of other things. Beautiful zoo, lots of shade. A lot of families out there, a lot of people, but all around, excellent choice for a stop in Columbus. I'm glad we went, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was great.
So if you get a chance to go to the Columbus Zoo, I would highly recommend it. It's fantastic. So
I agree.
until next time. Oh,
See you later.
don't open your mouth, bugs flying.
Hold on tight. Watch out.
That's weird. What's up a day?